This is just a block out. Yeah, it also shows you guys a little demonstration of Maya. Alright, there we go. Let's import or it seems I'm unable to find my model. Alright, let's just create our own. So this is our front view right there. Let's delete that. Let's go to Windows, Settings, Preferences, Settings. Let's put it to foot. F to focus. So each of these squares now would be W for move, E for rotate, R for scale. Right click and you see me that's why I bring up the options. D key to move the pivot point, and then we can use X, Z, V. So X is for it to snap the grid, but V is for it to snap the object, and now we use X. Use Alt on the right click to zoom out slowly. Use X to go up, so we have 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot. Alright. Oh, that's another thing. You go to your Windows. Not Windows. You gotta save file. You would put project window. You press new. You go into your folders. Create a new folder in your scenes. When you create your workspace, that's when you go in and you save inside. Space bar. Alright, so the blue, so that's shift and right click and you get other options, and then control and shift with the multi-cut. Give your edge loop around. Right click to select with faces. Select your face. Control E for extrude. And we know where his face is going. So he would be on this platform right here. Right click vertex R, select vertex R to scale it, and that's it. Cube. Watch Floaka has messaged me in them night, yeah. You see that? The front is on negative Z. Let's shift D for duplicate. Oh, it seems because I'm in the vertex mode. So when you go into the object mode, you get different options when you select the shift and right click. Multi-cuts. This is control and you click the roller, it gives you a perfect cut down the middle. If I go like this, let's say I can't touch, I would have to go back into the perspective mode to click this, the top of this face. If I go like bam, I know all the faces are touched. I go control for the negative selection, I know that the top is selected. So now control E to extrude again. Alright, that's what you call some cheap trees. Alright, control D again. Move that over there. Just keep looking at our reference, Alt, left click to rotate around our, to pivot around our objects or screen. Alt on the right while you push forward or back. You see I'm holding the square that keeps it on this face so it stays on that axis. We can go on to creating our bamboo. We can also create camera from view. So go to view and select that. But we also have to go back to panels perspective and go back to our first perspective. Let's create a cube. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Whenever you're doing your 3D models, don't think that everything should come from just one. Yeah, just one model. It's a nice little trick. Control D. Let's bring that down. Bring it forward as well. Let's rotate this. So you see I'm not rotating on. So hold that square and rotate it. Shift select the other. Let's combine them. Right click face to that face. Let's bridge faces. And let's blend it, increase the divisions. As you can see, the green, I think what you do is you add another material just like that. Alright, but what you do is you don't mess with the first material that they gave you, you just leave those. Let's go with that. Let's give it a, what I would say, you see that? It didn't go all the way, so that means we need to merge some vertices down here. That means there were some open corners. Let's go control again. Still open corners. So let's delete these faces. Topologies are always good, people. Always remember that. Let's go again. See, and that's why you need good topology. So let's round up that tree. Oh yeah, you can, if you select like that, you realize you don't want that, then you can hold Alt and bring it all over the place. Yeah. Alright. I've reduced. Is it smooth? Oh, so they changed it to smooth. So let's just remember that. Oh, this is just in case anyone, the ground is troubling anyone. Yeah, this is how the ground should actually look. Shift right click, which faces, source is a plus. Oh, blend. I always remember to blend. It didn't do the twist as I imagined. That's simple fixes in. Can use the tape or reduce the tape. Increase it, just twist it a little bit. So the twist kinda works. Alright. Bridge offset. Seems something like taper. Anyways. Bar our UV is messed up, so we add it's kind of like one that we already have. So Shift B, rotate, small it up. Faces, delete those inside. Now we're gonna take these faces. I'm just gonna set object, control extrude. Let's increase the thickness, and there you go. Let's go back to our camera angle, which is perspective 1. Zoom in something like that. We can also save where we edit our camera angle with bookmark, new bookmark. So if we go over here, we go bookmark, bam. So let's bring you in. Like so. Oh, bookmark. Bam. Alright. It is right, but something like that. That's enough. I don't think we need to focus on that right now. Alright. This is just a blockout. Yeah. It also shows you guys how it's a demonstration of Maya. Select everything and do the same. Reduce the load center, delete history, as you can see, popped out. If you zoom in and out, you realize we have some issues with culling. Is it culling? Culling? Backface culling, something like that. We would fix that issue by editing our camera. So we go camera attribute editor. I can just click. Yeah, anyways, you click plane, increase that to 0.1. There you go. There you go. Let's put those in a group. Control G. Those are mini stumps, mini B stumps. Whatever you want to call yours. And these are our main platform. This is our main platform. These are hero props. So let's hit face. Let's get out some of these faces. You can use B to get a soft selection. You hold B, hold your middle mouse click, and you drag to the left, right, up, down. Left and right is best. So go bam. And you can see where the strongest would be where the yellow is. If you accidentally click outside, just click Z and you go back. And there we go. Now we're manipulating the mesh similar to what ZBrush should be doing. But another thing about it though is we're gonna want to do some damages along the surface. we could protrude them out just as a base, you know what I'm saying? Let's pick out some of them. Let's take out all of them. So you go bam. You can hold tab, that give you like a paint selection, just like that. You get to select everything. So now when we do Control E for extrude, we're gonna select this option here, keep faces on together, turn that off. And now when we increase the thickness, it comes out like that. Yeah, it's looking a little trippy, but that's actually what I was going for, you know? Let's take off that B for the soft selection. So if I go like bam, you realize when I select, it's not going to go in the direction of the face. So you're going to go over to the left side, over to the move tool, double click it, and we're going to do your B key again, increase it, just like that. You can go along the surface, edge. Just have to zoom in for these. Or if you want to see underneath surfaces, you can come over here. You can use wireframe and so on, but if you want to keep those ones, let's show you guys the sculpting page, and this one is the smoothing. So let's B key again to increase that, what's it called, that brush tool. I thought it would have worked. What is that doing the opposites? Of what I wanted to do. So let's just do it manually, or we can just do it in ZBrush. Is there inflate? Bulge tool. Alright, let's use the bulge tool. Get that inside. You see, now it's messing with the topology. Alright, let's leave it like that. Let's get into ZBrush now. What you all have been waiting for. Control save, always remember to save. I group that. Let's go back to polygon modeling, center the pivot. I want to bring it down to the surface though. Something like that. I guess you can go on this. So look up here. Yeah. Let's put it at the base. And now, let's bring it up. See how it looks. Okay, that's fine. Delete history, freeze transformations, and this way when we go file, export selection, next hit the box just to make sure that all the options are good. Yeah, all options are good. Export selection, it will bring it to the project folder, and assets, bamboo, structure. Hope you are following me, man. Remember, this is beginners class. Not using a lot of tools, a lot of stuff. We just going with the flow. Getting some nice forms. Now we're gonna get in ZBrush and get a nice look. Not gonna really get much of those textures in this night, you know? But yeah, import. Let's see what goes on now. There we go. Looking like a character itself. Edit. Put in HDD. Let's change that matcap gray. So weird. Let's use basic material or blend, whichever you choose. Still no Afro beats, man.